Now, after the mind layer, that is the breathing layer. The reason why breathing layer is the third layer is because breathing layer settles itself after the physical layer is loose, the mind layer is quiet down. So the breathing layer, it settles itself. Okay? If the physical layer is not loose, the mind layer is not quiet down, the breathing layer is not going to settle. Okay? So this is the third layer, and usually we like to have a loose physical and a quiet mind before we work with the breathing layer. Okay? Now, of course, in breathing layer, when the breathing get settle, then it will get into the what we call the lower abs breathing, and the lower abs breathing will increase the lung volume, so we have a much better breathing, or much more energy in the body, and so that is very important. Okay, and over here, if you look at the picture over here, the drawing over here, the lower abs breathing actually is going down this way. Okay, the lower abs breathing naturally, without using force to force it. If you're using force, that you don't have that yet. Okay. Lower abs breathing, meaning that it just naturally, it just, for example, like when you are in deep sleep, it automatically going down to the lower abs breathing. Okay, those type. And in an exhale phase, it's not contracting this way. Actually, it is contracting from bottom up with some side contracting. So in other words, that contracting this way, or you are manually contracting this way, that is not lower abs breathing. Okay, that is actually suffocate sometimes. The real lower abs breathing actually is a start from the bottom up. Okay, in the same time, it contracting here. Okay, so there's the exhale phase. Okay, so that is a lot of things need to be learned in this breathing, in the lower abs breathing. It is absolutely not by just what do you call it, manually contract or expand the lower part of the body to call it lower abs breathing. It is not that. Okay, and so that lower abs breathing actually also linked to the what we call that the lifting of the Hui Yin. Okay, the Hui Yin, this point, the Hui Yin point. Okay, the Hui Yin point, the lifting of the Hui Yin. So in the natural lower abs breathing, it is at the exhale, the Hui Yin point is elevated. Okay, and at the reverse breathing, which is the different type of breathing on also with the lower abs, Hui Yin is actually lifted in the inhale, so they are different. Okay, but we don't want to do those kinds of hui ying lifting manually, because the hui ying lifting can cause high blood pressure. Or what I mean, it's not like a disease high blood pressure, but meaning that lifting, it raises your blood pressure. There's better words for it. It can lift your raise your blood pressure. So one must not dealing with those kind of things manually, thinking, oh yeah, I want to learn the reverse breathe, dantian breathing. When I'm inhale, I just lift my hui ying. Well, guess what? You're going, if you use too much force or something, you might going to raise your blood pressure. Okay, so all this breathing stuff, it is a third layer in here, and we need to be really careful. Okay, and also sometimes people talk about 4 repetitions per minute. Okay, so meaning that to slow down the breathing repetition per minute. Also, that kind of stuff, it is a reference, rule of thumb, but never ever force yourself to do those 4 repetitions per minute or lower than 4 repetitions per minute kind of deal. Okay, most people is doing about 12 repetitions per minute. You don't want to drop that thing to 4 repetitions, okay, because it cause internal suffocate and stress inside that. Again, you might go raise your blood pressure and doing whole bunch of damage inside your body if you long term doing that. Okay, so there's have to be watch out. Okay, and usually even if you see the normal internal art guy, they just actually practicing the losing the body and quiet their mind. They do not talk about the breathing. They don't want to touch the breathing. Actually, that is the safe way of practicing the art. Okay, because if one doesn't know how to handle this stuff and one do not know how to manage it and jump right away into lifting the hui ying or contracting the lower abs, those kind of stuff, they're just creating problem. Okay, and we are lucky to live in this modern high-tech era. Actually, if you really want to improve your breathing naturally, get one of this machine, the Respirate. If you look at this this icon here, this is saying that the breathing is 7.8 repetition per minute. This is the arrow inside there is actually indication the person who uses this machine is at exhale mode. Okay, so if you really want to train your breathing in the most natural and what do you call it, safe way today, we can use this high-tech machine. Get one of this machine and let the machine guide you naturally, safely down to the breathing. You might drop from 12 repetitions per minute to say 10. Well, that's good enough. Okay, and later you keeping working on it, then you can going down to 4 maybe, but never jump from 12 to 4 and end up that you just try to what do you call it, stretch your breathing, suffocate yourself or stop breathing. Those are doing even more damage. Okay, so that's about breathing. Okay, so that's breathing layer. Now we enter into the chi layer. Okay, the chi layer. So okay, so we know that first is the loose in the physical layer, and then the quiet in the mind layer, and then in the breathing layer you breathe naturally and deep. Okay, naturally and deeply, okay, with lower abs breathing. If you can do this, the chi phenomenon will surface. Okay, without you don't have to do anything. This layer will surface. Okay, so when this layer surface, of course, usually people want to know about the 12 meridians of the body, the 8 extraordinary channel in the body, and the store energy in the low dantian, those kind of stuff. Those are special stuff. Okay. However, one must be really careful. Okay, there is a lot of different ways to handle the chi based on the characteristic of your body. Say, for example, if a healthy person and a not so healthy person, the way of handling it is not the same. Because, say, for example, the guy who have yin deficiency, okay, yin deficiency, they might not want to practice the dantian type of breathing or the dantian type of the qi handling, because that will cause the yin deficiency to get even worse. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff there, and I want to call attention to you is this. Okay, so this is the 12 meridians. Okay, I want to call attention to you. This page is the key point. Okay, never violate this. If you violate this, you're looking for trouble. And if anybody tell you different than this page, forget about it. Walk away. Okay. So what are they? Okay, this is the key point of qi development for healing and strengthening the body. Okay. First, in order to balance and grow qi, okay, the key is with a loose physical body, rest the thought and settle the sun. As soon as one rests the thought and settle the sun, the qi will fill itself and blood will flourishing. Okay, so you notice that the key point is the mind. Okay, if one put one's mind into rest the thought or settle the sun or the quiet down the mind state, the qi and the blood will automatically work to fill itself, to balance itself. Okay, so in other words, is like you want to work with the qi, you want to grow the qi, the first thing is to rest the thought and settle the sun, or enter into the silence or quiet down the mind. Of course, you will need to have a loose physical body there. If you don't have a loose physical body, you cannot do that. Okay? So this is the thing. Notice that it is not talking about you need to pay attention to any part of your body, you need to do forceful breathing, blah, blah, blah. You don't. This is what it is. So actually, this is very key in healing. This is actually what we call let go and let it be. So you let the nature take care of itself. Okay? It is not about manipulations. Okay? And a lot of people thinking, oh yeah, I have to go doing this and doing that to my dantian, to force the breathing to my dantian to grow qi. Well, sorry. Those are actually walking in the wrong direction. The proper direction is that